on the tally, they go you should know better than that. Whatever you have, the pasture ain't greener, cause I said I seen it. The smoke in the mirror, the mind of a genius. Wait, they got you running in place. Money now you got a taste. Hey, Gucci bag.
It's the NBA. Brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
And Doncic gets it to go. You know, the first thing you think of with both these teams, Greg, their athleticism. Some high flyers on the court tonight.
And, Kev, it's not just about the aerial skills, though. There are some guys out there who can flat out wear you down with their ability to run the floor.
For three, Van Vliet. Here's Orlando now. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. They won the first game against this team, but he is not taking anything for granted. He wants his players to be even more assertive offensively this time. He said, I think we can dictate things a little more. Maybe force those guys into defensive matchups they dislike. Find points that way. Well, we'll see if they can do that and go up 2-0 tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Appreciate that, David. Interesting report there, GA. The team focused on what it can do offensively.
Bottom line, in this league, you have to score points. Sounds like they have a plan.
Yeah, and we'll see how it reveals itself, that plan. If the theory is proven right, they'll have a nice foundation to work from.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
PG-13 emphatically throwing that one down. They're not stopping him on that dunk.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw. It down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Outside, George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Now, here's Doncic. And Vucevic pulls it down.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first four.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Now, here's Anunoby. Corner shot. Doncic with the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Luka Doncic. Van Vliet right side. Bridges outside. Beyond the arc. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Orlando leading by 3. Here's Irving. To the left wing. Here's Claxton. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Van Vliet with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look here for Detroit. Cloak loose. Doncic with the steal. Finished off the break. Irving's got 6.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here's Ivy. On the wing, Anunoby. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now, here's Ivy. Clarkson for 3.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Here's Doncic. And it's Orlando with another.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Trent. To stop the run. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Doncic left side. Nobody near Irving. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Magic lead by 16. Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here as we get underway once again. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
That's to Vucevic. Bridges, right side. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
Good place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks. On the wing, Bridges. From outside, off the mark.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Out to the wing. Here's Ivy. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. A 3 from Bogdanovic. 6 to shoot.
Whoa! Big time!
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Pass to Irving. Out to Doncic. Over Ivy. Doncic, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
To the paint. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Doncic outside. Tries from 16. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Bridges. Nobody near Barnes. No good from outside. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They host the Spurs after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
George, that's a two-pointer. They get it back. Back to Clarkson. Pass to Van Vliet. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's George. That doesn't go either for George.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Smith outside. Hampton with the ball. Back to Smith. They need this one. And Smith with the stuff.
And how about the force on that finish by Smith?
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Barnes. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Orlando ball.
And Orlando has possession. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Outside for Thomas. Pass to Hampton. Screen by Smith. Shot clock at 5. Here's Whiteside. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's George. And it's George again missing. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And so it's Orlando ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Right back after this break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly.
And the Magic right now, missing that franchise player, might have one of their young talents develop into that, but currently they lack that star.
Back to Doncic. Over Bridges. And Doncic gets it to go. That's 10 points for Luka Doncic.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
On the wing, Anunoby. Back to Irving. Bridges with the steal. Now here's Van Vliet. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The kick out to Barnes. Now George. Van Vliet left side. Just 3 to shoot. Can't hit from in close. And as we know, Greg, the NBA is a star-driven league.
Hard to contend without a top 10 player on the roster. The Magic have been patient in their approach,
And one player taking a leap this season would be huge. Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
Turning on the floor for your Pistons.
This shot by George, wide open. Over to the left wing. Here's Van Vliet. Clock at 6. The 3 from Bogdanovich.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Outside, George. No good off the back of the rim.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Bridges with the steal. Van Vliet with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Substitution on the court.
It's Thomas on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Griffin's shot is off. Driving in. Ivy with the bucket.
And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence. And with Ivy, he gives you the physical traits you want at guard. Long, strong, athletic, lots of upside.
Smith outside. Makes it off the glass. Smith's got 6.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
And Ivy especially effective in the open floor.
Outstanding burst and speed. Plays with a high motor, and he's always in attack mode.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Right side a screen. Hampton misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
On the perimeter and on the inside too, Bogdanovich able to put points on the board.
Smith outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Pistons. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
What you love about Vucevic, the consistency, solid shooting percentages, and he's averaged double-digit rebounds for the last 5 years.
There's 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Bogdanovich. And here's Trent outside. Great D that time from Griffin. Pass to Whiteside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Whiteside's got his second bucket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so it's Orlando sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Pistons trailed by 21. Clarkson right side. Lets a floater go. And that's 2 points on the layup. Clarkson's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pistons. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Here's Irving.
Substitution on the floor.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
Here's Barnes. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Clarkson right side. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Doncic.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Count that bucket. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Left side, George. Van Vliet on the wing. For the three. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. Magic leading by 23. Doncic looking it over. Pass to Smith. Back to Doncic. Over Barnes. On the wing, Anunoby. Here's Irving. Vucevic with the block.
Denied. Return to sender. That's something you expect from a 7-footer like Vucevic. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Van Vliet outside. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of a Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
They need this. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And Ivy, just so difficult to corral. Sometimes you have to foul him and hope he misses.
And for Orlando, it's been a tough decade. We would agree on that. And Greg, they've only won 2 playoff games since 2012.
Well, they've only made the playoffs twice in that span as well. So they've got a lot of draft picks lined up in the next few years, and they need to make good on those high picks.
Here's Doncic. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. So it's the Pistons now. And it's Trent in the corner. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Trent got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. On the wing, Doncic. To the inside. Pass to Claxton. There's the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance.
for the Magic.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
I tell you what, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyrie Irving.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Here's Trent. Can they get it? And Irving pulls it down. Orlando dictating the flow. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Anunoby. He takes it in. Comes up empty down low. Here's Ivy. Guarded by Doncic. Outside Bogdanovic. From the wing. Good. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and